Hello, my name is Lourdes Brown, and I'm reading the article by Mindy Daynes of Indivisible 845 entitled Be Cautious and Beware. At a time when many people are facing perilous and uncertain circumstances, it is deeply troubling that others are exploiting fear for profit. Unfortunately, it seems that when people are most vulnerable is when others take advantage. Just a couple of months ago, we addressed the issue of avoiding scams when hiring an immigration attorney. But in recent weeks, the scale and sophistication of these schemes have increased so significantly that it is worth mentioning again and discussing some that are most egregious. I often spend time helping people locate immigration lawyers. So it's been particularly disheartening when recently I spent more time uncovering scams and people impersonating lawyers instead. Many of these scams begin on social media platforms and move to WhatsApp. One of the most widespread scams involves individuals falsely claiming to represent Catholic charities. These scammers use the Catholic Charities logo, letterhead, and the signature of staff members to appear legitimate. They request payment through digital platforms such as Venmo or Zelle. Don't fall for it. Catholic Charities is working to stop these schemes, but new ones appear constantly. Therefore, unfortunately, it's up to all of us to be forewarned. Anyone who receives such communication should independently contact their local Catholic Charities office to confirm before sharing personal information or sending money. Other scammers are also impersonating immigration lawyers. Again, these generally start on social media and then move to WhatsApp. This is trickier to catch because the name confirms it is a legitimate lawyer. However, then you see the telltale signs of a scam. The phone number on WhatsApp isn't the phone number for the lawyer that they're impersonating, and aside from the person using a picture or logo, which is likely photoshopped, they are cautious not to use the name on any paperwork. This all tells you how important it is that you be vigilant. The last thing you need right now is spending your precious money and finding that you aren't getting the services that were promised. Do not believe anyone that reaches out to you on Facebook, social media, or WhatsApp. If you find an attorney this way, please take the extra step of reaching out to a trusted person to double check. It is disheartening to see this happen to anyone, but especially at this time when people desperately need immigration advice. Another issue to readdress is government correspondence. The government is assessing penalties in a variety of circumstances. Some of these penalties, although legal, are being disputed in a variety of ongoing court cases for the absence of procedural due process, right to a jury trial, and the excessive nature of penalties. More recently, the government is assessing a penalty for anyone that entered the United States between ports of entry. The penalty is a result of a law passed on July 4th, 2025. It assesses a penalty of $5,000, currently $5,130, after an increase for inflation. The issue here is that the government is assessing the penalty on individuals across the border prior to July 4th, 2025, even though the law was enacted without a retroactive activity provision. Lawyers believe this is illegal. If you or someone you know receives one of these notices, notice of fee assessment under 8 USC section 1815, you should reach out to a trusted source who can advise you if responding with a letter of opposition is right for you. Legal groups, including the Legal Aid Society, are actively looking to file a class action challenging the unlawful assessment of these fines, and it is interested in anyone who would participate as a plaintiff. Unfortunately, despite the need to react quickly when you need legal support, it is critical that you force yourself to stop and think. Do not believe anyone reaching out to you on social media or WhatsApp. Attorneys do not solicit business in this way. Try to ask trusted sources for help locating an immigration attorney. In addition, if you receive any fines or penalties assessed by the government, it is important to reach out to a trusted source. Find out first if there is any active litigation or appropriate way to oppose the penalty.